If you are in the Knoxville, Tennessee area or somewhere around there in East Tennessee and you are starting to question, is becoming a homeowner for the first time the right next step for you, go ahead and push that subscribe button. You're going to want to tune in to these videos that we've prepared for you that sort of walk you through this huge process, take some of the stress off of that, and just give you some general guidance on what your next steps look like.
So Beth, first-time homebuyers, like I'm sure you, me, and everybody else had no idea what they were getting into when they were going to buy a house for the first time, right? So there's a ton of stuff going on for first-time homebuyers right now. Like in Q1, the first quarter of 2025, 58% of the home sales were actually from first-time homebuyers.
That's crazy.
So right now there's a ton of good things going on for you guys. We're gonna jump into this video. So first off, first-time homebuyers. Where do you even start, Beth?
Well, you've got a couple of places you can start. You can talk to, your Nana and your Papaw that hadn't bought a home in 50 years.
That's where most people start.
That's where most people start. You can go to Google, like the other half of everybody else.
Yep. ChatGPT.
Yes.
But where do you really get into
where
should
you
you go?
Should be starting is either reach out to a realtor that you know and trust, or reach out to a lender. Either one's going to be able to connect you with another and really give you some good advice on what your next step should be.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, it's getting connected with the right lender and someone that has different programs, because there are so many boxes that these different loan programs have. Some people fit into some people fit into others, some people fit into others. So it's just a matter of speaking to somebody that has all of these different boxes so that you're able to purchase a home. Because you definitely don't want to, getting told it stinks, getting told no stinks. And, if you get told no the first time, sometimes people are just like, okay, well, it's not meant to be, I'm done.
Right? And a lot of the times what we end up seeing, because I help a lot of first-time home buyers, she helps a lot of first-time home buyers that have already tried to go through the process on their own. Either they go talk to one of the big box stores and you're just on a hotline and you're waiting for an operator for like 10 different minutes, or you go and you talk to your personal bank, whether that's Chase, American, whatever bank that you go to. And what they end up finding most of the time is that those big box stores and the banks, they only have like 2 or 3 options for you. And then what ends up happening is it makes you feel very discouraged, like there's not a lot of options for the first-time home buyer, until you find somebody like me or you find somebody like Beth, and we can connect you to the right people to really get you into those programs for those first-time home buyers.
Yeah. Very well spoken, Leonard.
Yep. Cool. So the second step, really, once you find the right real estate agent, once you find the right lender, is you're going to have to get on the phone and actually talk with that lender. You got to see, hey, what do my options look like? Can I get pre-qualified?
Yep.
Can I get, this house? How much is it going to cost? How much can I afford? So what do the steps for that look like?
Like you said, it's picking up the phone and having that phone conversation, having that initial consult. What does your credit look like? Do you self-monitor? If not, if you take nothing else away, self-monitor your credit. Download maybe Credit Karma, or maybe your bank has a free credit monitoring tool, or do the annualreport.com. But monitor your credit report so you know what's going on there. and that you can see how different actions impact your credit score. So, what's your credit look like? What does your income look like? How long have you been on your job? What kind of job is it? Are you W-2? Are you 1099? Are you straight self-employed? And then what do your assets look like? So not I got a dirt bike and I got a riding lawnmower and I got a weed eater. Not my granny's China collection, like not that stuff. But what do you have money in the bank? Or 401k or stock or things like that. And what do you have that reports to credit? Do you have enough credit? So those are the questions that we're sort of diving into on that initial consult. And from there, we're deciding, hey, does it look like it's time to do a mortgage application? And is it time to, really dive head first and get you pre-approved?
Yeah. Or if it's not time, what do I need to work on for the next 2-3 months in order to be ready? A lot of my folks I end up helping out, it turns into a 6-8 month plan because a lot of times folks think they're ready and they're just not, which is okay. That's totally fine. But the first step is talking with the lender and getting situated. That way you can figure out where you sit, and if not now, but in the future, how much you could afford in your monthly payment and how much home you could afford to buy. Yeah. So that brings us to our third thing. What is the next step once you get pre-approved? Once you go through all that, third thing is to start getting out there and looking at some houses, right?
Yeah, the fun part.
The fun part. Get out there, look at some houses. You gotta find the right real estate agent that can actually show you the houses, send you homes, and work on the right deal for you. Once you guys find the right house and you fall in love with that dream home you've been looking for, you put in the offer. What does that look like?
Ooh, that's
from
the fun
your
part.
standpoint.
From my standpoint, so your pre-approval letter it's the backup for the offer, right? It's saying, hey, I've gotten my credit checked, I've gotten my income checked, my assets have been checked. Everything that I've told this lender is verified and triple checked that I'm actually able to purchase this house. My qualifications are there. And so yeah, we're doing that to slide in with your offer. And your offer, once you submit an offer, the seller of the property that you're trying to buy has a few choices. They might completely ignore it altogether and not respond, or they might accept it. Like they're just like, hey, this is perfect.
Yep.
We love the terms. Sign. You're in contract. Or they might counter it. They might say, I think we could do a little bit better than this. Let's counter for A, B, C, D. But once, if y'all can come to an agreement on something, then you're in contract. And that's another reason a good realtor is so important because, I don't know if you're like me and you go to the flea market and they're like, okay, that'll be $30. And you're like, okay, here's $30. Well, your realtor you don't want that personality as your realtor. You want your realtor to be like, $30. This, and this. I think we can do
25.
25.
Even better.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's what your realtor's doing. So they're not only submitting that offer on your behalf, but they're also picking up the phone and they're talking to the list agent and they're working behind the scenes to try to fluff you up and present you in the best light and use their negotiating tactics to get you the best deal possible on the home that you'd like to buy.
Yep. Yeah, and if I could talk about something a little controversial.
Oh, goodness.
It's my take that when you do pick your real estate agent, and you do pick your lender, they have to be a good team and they have to work together and know each other and like each other and trust each other. Because how many times have we gone to make an offer, and the offer, guys, it's not just on you and the real estate agent to make the offer. It's just as much on the real estate agent as it is on the lender. Every single time we go to make an offer, I'm on the phone with Beth, who's my preferred lender, and we come up with a game plan for our offer from not only the real estate agent side and the home buyer side, but also the lender side. Because how many times have we put together a creative deal that, hey, like, maybe we should actually go up a little bit higher on the purchase price, but ask for some closing costs back, and we'll use those closing costs to actually buy down the interest rate and make your payment $150 cheaper a month.
Yep.
And that's why I work with Beth, is because she's able to help us come up with these creative deals that actually save the home buyer a lot of money in the long run. And if there's not a good team involved, and a lot of times we see this with a big bank or a big box store that the real estate agent has no communication with, if all your real estate agent has is that pre-approval letter and they're not on the same team as the lender, your offer might not stand out.
Yeah, that's another thing. Absolutely. So guys, there you have it. Those are sort of the basic walkthrough of what being a first-time home buyer looks like. We are going to take all these points and we're going to deep dive them in later videos. So I know this was sort of surface level, but we don't want to overwhelm you. We've both been first-time home buyers,
Yep.
And we'll certainly be talking about that a little more in some future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Again, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we look forward to connecting with you.
Yep, and be on the lookout for our next video. We're going to make it on the home purchase, the wholesale process. So look out for that video. It's coming up soon.
Thanks.